It's now time for us to take a look at what the newspaper may be saying tomorrow. We're now joined by the editor-in-chief of the Nigeria Express, Steve Nwosu. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening, Felicity, and good evening, Nigerians.
Your predictions, straight up, what is going to be in the headlines tomorrow, and what stories will stay for the rest of the week?
Well, I think the big elephant will be the 4 executive orders signed by the president. A lot of things that he has done with the tax, the changing of the, what's it called now, the commencement date of some of the bills contained, some of the instructions contained in the Finance Act and all that, reducing, which has effectively shifted the date of some of these taxes, that you don't just make a law and say it takes immediate effect, or as in this case, backdated to
some of them will start from September.
So he said now the others are moving to September, and then of course the green tax and all that was. So that's still, it will remain an issue for almost even up to the weekend, because it's key to spurring the economy. Of course, there is Abakari just got a bill finally, although I doubt if he'll be released.
I don't think he has been released.
I doubt if he will be released, because there are about 1 or 2 other cases still pending. True. And then, of course, there's the Shoyinka open letter to the Emir of Ilorin on the Ishese festival. The Emir tried to stop a certain woman from organizing a traditional religious rite. I think it's an Oshun festival, some kind of carnival. Ilorin is likely a Muslim emirate, but then in the time where we're talking about plurality, secularity of the state, plural religion and all that, we can't just stop one religion from being practiced, as it were. So that is it. Of course, there will also be stuff on little stories on, depending on what exclusive.
What about the concession story? The Senate is probing.
Concession of the airports, the Kano. Since for a long time, even before the last administration, Senator Hadi Sirika left the aviation industry, the aviation ministry. So many things around have not smelt right in the aviation industry. So you expect that people will follow it up. With Air Nigeria, people were already feeling a lot of funny things happened. And now the way the airports were concessioned is also an issue. Of course, expect papers to put that on the front page and follow it up. Somewhere there too is written that it's observed that our petrol consumption has suddenly dropped by almost 28%. In just 1 month after the subsidy stuff was announced. And so it's like we are finally getting close to the figure of what we consume in terms of how many liters of petrol we consume annually, monthly or annually in the country. So basically, and then every newspaper we go, if you're from the north, there's more story about the Zamfara state governor cutting down the ministries in the state from 28 to 16. So it's a major, for at least for those readers from there, and it's something for other states to look at, of course.
That's Adamawa wreck that has been taken to court. Do you think that story will last?
That definitely will make, because it will be mentioned, because so much has already been said about it. People were beginning to suspect that INEC might just decide not to do it like the Nigerian thing, and until we keep it.
Are you even sure it's still not going to end up the Nigerian thing?
Keep it until we forget. But at least having taken it to court now is a step forward.
Is some hope.
At least, even if they want to use him as a scapegoat, so be it. But what he did at Adamawa was less than noble. So that story will be, of course, there might be a little bit of the mess of mass stories. Things will still keep going, and jam crisis.
Oh, you were right, by the way, in your prediction the last time you came here, because the next day I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, I'm going to tell Mr. Steve that he was correct with some of his predictions. Well, let's see what happens in the coming days. Thank you very much for giving us your time.
Nice being here. Thank you, Felicity.